Are right down to the road. And what happens is, as the car gets sucked down by the forces, the downforce generated by the underside of that wing, that floor, the car...
What is going on, guys? It is JJ here, back with a new video, and obviously this is going to be a completely new topic of discussion for me because realistically, every time I feel like I've watched the F1 car videos, especially the ones on the race, he gets into the technical details and all the nitty-gritty stuff. Slowly, I am learning. Slowly, you guys are educating me, but this is another video that someone recommended to me after we took a look at the cars on the track for the first time in 2022. They said go look at what is causing them to bounce. I didn't even know they were bouncing, especially cars like that. Which I'm happy that this is going to be a bit of an explanation for it, because it's called porpoising, which I swear a porpoise is like a sea animal. This is me being dumb. This is me being completely dumb and new to the sport. But anyway, apparently all the cars are bouncing when they get to a certain speed, mainly because of the weight or something with the floor. So we're gonna go more in depth into it probably, and something just for me to learn, like a little nitty-gritty thing, to sort of learn why I guess people are saying the floor is going to be the most important part of the F1 cars or the F1 team's adjustments for the 2022 season. It's going to be really interesting. I'm loving learning about this type of stuff though. It's like super technical, super advanced, and I feel like you have to have like you gotta be smart to at least sort of understand what's going on. So that's why I'm here to learn. So let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. Let me know, all my little car engineers in there, all my little brainstormers, let me know how you would fix it, or how you would explain it in the best terms possible. That's probably a better way to say that. But yeah, let's get into the video. As well, guys, you can find the original video down in the description below. It's on the F1 channel. I do apologize if it's blurred. That is me trying to avoid copyright from Formula 1. But yeah, let's do it.
The buzzword for F1 2022 already seems to be porpoising. Porpoising. Okay, so we want to know a little bit more about this effect, which actually was...
Can I just say, this man right here, this guy, that's my dude. That's my dude. I don't even know his name. I don't know who he is. You can tell that man is just cozy. He chose the tight black skinny jeans, black belt, the nice salmon shirt. My man is cooling, thriving. I'm sorry, it's a little detour, but at the same time, I noticed it in one of the F1 videos that he was on as well. I was like, bro, man is chilling.
Several years ago.
He is comfy in his job.
Tell us a little bit about why this is happening on the cars this year.
Well, it does take us right back to Mario and
Sam Collins, mind
that
you.
Phrase, and as you explained to me earlier, that was a test of the Lotus 80 at Silverstone. Lotus 80 was a ground effect car, like these cars are, and that's a car where the whole underfloor of the car has been turned essentially into a wing, so the whole car takes a wing form, and that sort of sucks the bottom of the car right down to the road. And what happens is, as the car gets sucked down by the forces, the downforce generated by the underside of that wing, that floor, the car comes down, gets closer to the road, and then suddenly the downforce starts to build up really quickly, and it sucks the car down really fast until the bottom of the car hits.
I didn't even notice that in any of the testing videos that we just watched. So they definitely left that out. That looks annoying as hell.
It's the top of the track.
That'd make me so sick.
Starved off from it. The downforce is gone suddenly, zero downforce.
Theirs I don't really see as much.
Straight back up into the air. The suspension almost pulls it back up. Car's suddenly high up again. Perfect position to generate downforce. Sucks itself straight back down. And this movement creates a sort of oscillation, so it bounces away along the circuit. And sometimes that movement can get really violent on the car, and it can cause real issues for any driver and team trying to set the thing up.
Well, Joe, you've been looking at it out on track. How difficult is it going to be for the drivers judging the braking points and actually just getting to grips with these new generation cars?
How do you fix the bouncing?
Really rough. Down at turn one, it's the high speed where it's happening, and the car just looks like it's bumping really hard, bouncing, as Sam's describing, and some worse than others. But from the cockpit, I never had the porpoising effect, but I did have sort of bouncing over bumps or some curves or just bottoming out in places, and it's really uncomfortable. It's abrasive, really, for the human that's strapped in really close to the floor of the car, and you're feeling the bumps, maybe a bit of a headache at the end of the day, mostly through your neck or your spine a little bit as well.
What the hell?
And whilst you're doing it, the vision's going a little bit. You're going at about 300 plus kph, trying to pick a braking point for turn 1. You know your aero platform's a little bit all over the place, which is why that's happening. There's a lot going on for the drivers.
Well, of course, the teams will maybe want to fix it so the drivers are feeling more comfortable, but I imagine there's a bit of a reliability issue.
I was gonna say, bro, how do you expect your suspension in your cars going 300 kilometers an hour or 200 miles an hour to continue to last if they're bouncing like that for a 70-lap race? There's no way they could fix. I mean, sorry, there's 110% a way they could fix that, but also, that's so odd to me. I just don't get that.
Cars being stressed. So, what can the teams do to get rid of this porpoising effect?
Well, ultimately, there's a bit of a clue when you see some of the footage of the cars coming down the straight here in Barcelona. When the DRS opens, none of the cars are porpoising because they've lost that downforce created by the rear wing and the underfloor working together. So the simple answer is reduce your level of downforce and you'll stop porpoising. But of course, that means you're going to go through the corners slower and you're going to set a slower lap time. But the easy way to stop it and reduce that downforce is to raise the ride height of the car. The height the car sits off the ground, the little gap between the bottom of the floor and the track, is adjustable. There's a minimum level they have to go, but you can go higher than that. And some of the teams are raising their ride heights, particularly on full tanks, to stop that porpoising effect. If they do that, though, they are going to lose so much time in the corners.
So it's trying to find that compromise, but actually, Joe,
so it's making the car slower.
Some of the cars who are experiencing it, we haven't seen them too far down the order. So is it actually worth fiddling around too much?
Well, that's the thing. There's a balance. It looks ugly. It looks weird. It
looks stupid.
The car's been doing up to 150 laps a day. So the Ferrari's been porpoising today, looking quick compared to its rivals. 151, 152 laps. That's nearly like 2.5 race distances. The car's going okay. No reliability glitches. Drivers.
Okay, but what I mean is, I still have so many questions. I have so many questions. So you're willing to take this porpoising effect simply because the car is still going fast? But wouldn't that be like a long-term reliability issue? Like obviously, yeah, they're doing the 150 laps now, but it's a fresh car, fresh season. Like I feel like over 20-something races of a season, that porpoising effect, I don't know. I guess these are formula, whether it's like F1 engineers, former F1 driver, like they'll know better than I would. But I just feel like I just feel like it's not gonna work.
They're not moaning. They're not off to the medical centre for a checkup of the neck or the back. So they don't want to compromise too much on the performance in the other areas. As Sam said, you can raise the car, but that might make it worse in some of the other parts, and you lose a bit of the ground effect down.
Sacrifice the porpoising.
Tricky compromise, and also this is Barcelona, where you've got sort of one long straight. Bahrain's up next. There's going to be longer straights. I think there's sort of 2 or 3 areas.
So Bahrain is really where they'll
see. It's going to be a bit of a moving goal, I think.
Well, we're going to have to keep an eye on it here, and of course at the official test in Bahrain, and who knows, perhaps into the season as well. Thanks so much, guys, for the explanation.
That actually was really, really informative. We're gonna go to the comments. We're gonna go to the comments of that video before I get to read your guys' comments when I finally ended up uploading this video. So a headache during the 22. Suspension. The car was porpoising in some laps. Imagine what these drivers go through the entire race. And quite badly with drivers braking late and moving across the track when braking saw Ferrari bounced under brake with a slight movement. Honestly, I love it because now it means that in some way, shape, or form, these drivers are going to have to, maybe not the drivers, the teams are going to have to find a way to negate these effects. From a physics standpoint, I understand how this happens. But why? How do they not anticipate this when designing new regulations? It does look comic, guys. Side to side like a dolphin. Porpoises of the Schwein pig whale. What the hell? Germans. Okay. Vehicles using ground effects, sliding skirts would fix it, but they are banned. Active suspension would fix it, but it's banned. Along mag. So all of the things that could necessarily fix it are banned. Gosh, it's going to be a fun F1 season. It's going to be a really, really fun F1 season. Let me know what you guys think about the porpoising effect, the bouncing of the cars, down in the comments below. I'm really glad I saw this video because it actually does give me a ton of insight as to what's going to be fixed or the challenges that these F1 cars are going to face in 2022. Obviously, people saw the Mercedes as the most dominant car in 2021, with Red Bull getting Max Verstappen his title. All of those cars still look fast. So I don't know if like the porpoising effect will end up changing or maybe even leveling out the playing field, but it would actually be so sick if it did. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.